All right, guys, welcome back to Cold Pizza Watch Reviews. Today we've got a Lume battle. On the left, we've got the Rolex Oyster Perpetual, which uses chromalite. In the middle, we've got the Bertucci. They identify their Lume as Swiss Super Luminous. And then the Citizen Full Lume NY0040 on the end. I can't really find any identification of the Lume that they're using. So what we're going to do is we're going to kill the lights here in a minute, and we're going to watch these until we cannot see them anymore on the camera. So hold tight. All right, we're going to kill the lights here. I've got the marathon clock in the background to give us an indication of the time as these dials start to fade away. So to go back over this again, we've got this Citizen NY0040 on the far right. We've got the Bertucci A-1S in the middle, and we've got the Rolex Oyster Perpetual on the left. All right, we've sped up this test. We're into it about 2.5 minutes. We're seeing them dim just a little bit. Just a background, I put all three of these watches under the same LED lights for 10 minutes. So that's how they got their charge for this test. All right, we're up to about 5 minutes right now. We're seeing the Bertucci to be the weakest. The Rolex is still in there, and the Citizen seems to have the best visibility right now as we're rolling into this at 5 minutes. So hang tight, we're going to keep going. All right, wow, what a difference 2 minutes can make. We're now at a total of 7 minutes into the test. You can still see the Citizen fairly well. The Rolex on the far left is getting dim. The Bertucci is just barely visible. See how much longer he can hold out, but again, that's a $80, $90 watch. So hopefully the Rolex can at least beat the Bertucci. We're gonna keep going here, guys. All right, that's another 2.5 minutes. Now we're at about a total of 10 minutes into the test. Everybody's still fading. Bertucci's hard to see. Rolex is still visible a little bit. And the Citizen is obviously the one that you can visibly see the best. So we're going to keep going here, see if we can get all these guys to eventually fade out. All right, we just hit 12 minutes, and I had to take the marathon clock out of the background because the camera's having a tough time focusing on the watches. It wants to focus on the marathon clock. So we're fading fast here, so hold tight. We're going to keep running through these. All right, that was another 2 minutes, and looks like you can barely see the Rolex. Bertucci's out of there, and the Citizen is still visible. Let's see if I can go a little bit longer until the Rolex drops completely out. So hang on. All right, we just hit 15 minutes, and the Citizen is the only one that I can see right now. So that's definitely going to be the clear winner, but I'm going to keep going. I think I'm going to see how long the Citizen lasts while we're doing this test anyway. So let's see how far we can push this guy. All right, now we're at 18 minutes, and Citizen's starting to fade completely out. You can still read this screen if you were sitting here staring at it. I know through the camera it's not as good, but it's still visible. The Rolex very slightly visible, but you cannot see it through the camera, so there's no point even talking about it. But still getting some visual on the Citizen right now going into 18 minutes. All right, so we just hit 20 minutes, still readable, so I'm going to keep going. The Citizen, you can still make it out as far as what time it is, so hey, I'm going to keep going. Let's see how good this guy actually is. All right, I think I'm going to call the Citizen the clear winner. You can still see some evidence of the Rolex and the Bertucci that they are glowing. In person, that is. I don't really see it coming through well on the camera. So for the sake of this test, I think Citizen won it. They were the most legible and had the best lume for 23 minutes, in my opinion. So we're going to cut the lights back on and discuss this a little bit more. All right, we got the lights back on, and obviously this wasn't really a fair test. The Citizen is built for this. It's the full lume. That's why I bought it. But one of the things that disappointed me is that I thought the Rolex would have stayed visible longer than it did. And given the money you're paying for it, that you'd have a visible lume longer than the Citizen, even though it is a full lume dial. You're paying $6,000–7,000 for an Oyster Perpetual. Expect the lume to last a little bit longer. Anyway, leave your comments below. I appreciate you tuning in to Cold Pizza Watch Reviews.